we're in the Christmas season.
Yeah, I know I'm going to have a busy season ahead of me, so I figure why not be merry and bright right now, right?
I love it. I think it's great. Good call.
Thank you. Um, I love you.
All right, let's take this. Let's get personal. Come on.
So, Drop Dead Fred is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh,
I watched that on repeat growing up. Anytime I was homesick from school, anytime I needed to pick me up, was
oh,
that was the movie. Um, the Very Brady sequel, another one of my guilty pleasure movies. Love watching that. I feel like the movies that you have been in growing up that I've loved you the most, you've kind of played a skis. And I don't know how it is that you're so charming and wonderful, and yet I love you the most when you're kind of a jerk.
oh. Well, that's but because the best jerks are really kind of charming and skeezy at the same time.
Yeah, I
And
know.
so
I've dated him.
you got it. So I mean, it fits right in there. I'm glad. I'm glad to be a part of your life.
Tim, what an incredible book. First of all, it blows my mind that you have been in entertainment for as long as you have because you're ageless and I don't
Oh.
understand how you continue to be this way.
I'm just, well, because I started so young and I got a chance to, and that was one of the reasons I wrote the book, is because I got a chance to work with Lucille Ball and Jackie Gleason and Bob Hope and Henry Fonda and Dick Van Dyke and Debbie Reynolds. I mean, it was like, oh my God, these people passed on to me and what
Yeah.
I learned from them and Clint Eastwood. And, I mean, so the fact that I got so many lessons and so much insight into acting and tech and life from them, and I just wanted to pass it on.
As you are writing this book and recounting your incredible life that you have, were there stories that you stopped and you're like, "Oh my God, that happened. I totally forgot that until I was writing it down."
Yes, absolutely, because you don't reflect that much on your life, and
Right.
the more you dig, then you see, oh gosh, what happened right after that, and then you start working out the chronology, and then there's a gap, like, oh my God, this was in between this and that. Oh geez, I shut that out of my life. I was such a jerk. So I mean, and I try to show warts and all, and so
Sure.
it's something for everyone, whether you're in show business or not, because we all are. So it's, what do you do when you get knocked down? How do you get back up? And what is it that gets you back on your feet and
I
keeps you
don't think
going?
you can have success without failure because you don't understand that there is success happening because you haven't felt the bitter defeat of being knocked on your ass.
You got it. And no, it's absolutely true. And you can't, I think that was the thing I learned from Lucy so much, was that the entertainment business, show business, is a full contact sport. And
Yeah.
it's just something you got to be, and because she did not chit chat on the set. There was no personal nothing. Yeah, you work, pick up your props and work. And it was like, she was a taskmaster. But for me, then between setups, she would talk to me and counsel me, because I think she thought I was a good actor. She liked the way that I was an actor, but she didn't think I was tough enough. I think I was too sensitive. So she wanted to toughen me up. And it was a good lesson. It helped.
How old were you when she thought you weren't tough enough?
I was 17.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and I was this shy kid. She always, tell him to speak up. I can't hear him. Because, I was like, oh, because she's very intimidating.
Yeah, she's kind of a big
Right?
deal.
Yeah, she was. And she was the first woman executive that ran a studio in Hollywood. And no one even remembers that. She owned Desilu Studios, which did her show, My Three Sons, The Untouchables, Star Trek. I mean, she was awesome. She was
Hmm.
just an amazing person.
So, who do people see you as the most when you get recognized on the street, when people come up and want to profess their undying love for you, such as I would? How what do how do people recognize you the most? Is it from West Wing?
It's West Wing. If I'm near any kind of a college, it's Animal House. It's I must say, I'm in this show called Virgin River, which is on Netflix, and I get a tremendous response from these.
Mm.
They go, Doc, it's Doc, and we're in our sixth season, drops December 19th, and we're going back to shoot our seventh season. And I had never really been in a TV series prior to. I did Heart of Dixie, and then this Virgin River came on. And so it's a whole new world it's another part of my career that, is taking me into the next decade. So that'll be the next book, my 8 decades.
8 decades. I just, it's incredible to me the diversity that you have had in this career. Is there a story in your book that you are kind of leery for people to hear? Like you wrote it and you're like, God, I hope people understand where I'm coming from for this, and I hope that nobody gets upset. Family, whatever.
I was very cautious about my family, my children. I was candid about my divorce, and I hope that I protected my kids and my ex-wife. And it's not a place to air dirty linen. And there were but I was a jerk at times. My first marriage was a disaster, and I was not a good husband. And I made every mistake you could make at 19 and 20. I was an idiot. And then I spoiled a relationship because I was unfaithful to in another girlfriend. So and I copped to these things, and it was kind of relieving. It was almost like going to confession, I guess, if I was Catholic. I mean, it was kind of good to get it out there and own it and just say, yeah, I really screwed that one.
Haven't we all done something where we look back in our past and we think, what was my thought pattern there?
Yeah, I mean, I was really, and I, as a young actor too, when I started studying, I was so into myself and in my head, and everything it was about me and being real and acting, and the show itself. Kurt Russell taught me it's about a team. It's a team of people that get together to make a show. That's what it is, and you work and protect each other.
Tim, I can't tell you what it means to me to get to chat with you today, truly. Um, like I said, every time I see you in something, I know that it's going to be something I enjoy because
Oh,
I adore watching you in your craft. And I mean, you have had 7 decades now, as it alludes to in your book, to really like hone it. But you're so fantastic, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time. Where can people find Damn Glad to Meet You, My 7 Decades in the Hollywood Trenches?
it comes out. Buy it at your local bookstore. I mean, support your local bookstore. It'll be out tomorrow. I appreciate that, Amanda. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me over for Christmas. Looks
Hey,
great. Where's my
my,
is my stocking up there?
I can let you borrow my cats.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll take it.
I'll change the L to a T. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, the cat will
Thank
never
you.
know.
No, thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to chatting with you again.
Me too. Thank you very much, Amanda.
Take care, my friend.
You too.
Bye.